Oopsie. Let's put it all together. Alright, welcome back to my expanded divine panel of the infinite eight to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. I don't have my lighting up here in the front, so just give me a second. Okay. Alright, there we go. I normally don't get on here this early, but I'm just gonna do it. Oh, hi. So this is Gifts Unlocked by To the Inner Wild, Season 3, Episode 3. So I got Master number 33 here, which is the Master Communicator, I just realized. And what else do you want to say about that? Let me see here. Well, I think I just need to hear a few good things because I did wake up pretty groggy. Didn't get very much sleep. I think things were just kind of keeping me up. And so I just labeled this one, Let's Make Believe. A good kickstart to bettering my day. So this is half off promo day for a 5, okay? This is to thank my subscribers for helping me reach a primary goal of 1,000 subscribers, or, you know, and beyond. Okay. So give me a second. Just getting steady here. So on the, just to reaffirm why I got on here. First off, it's just this, okay? Since the last piece of information was, or a piece of advice helped me out yesterday, I decided just to consult. And so my guide said, it's a clear and present open opportunity. You're not feeling so great, just go at it. Just entertain this for a second. Then the next cards that came out were quite accentuated. This is being unblocked and just being matter of fact about it. Okay. So before I head into the dry stuff of paperwork, assessments, having to do, you know, big kid work. What is this? Ace of Wands in reverse and the... Oh, you know what they're saying? They said, so they're reaffirming it. Okay, as far as, you know, putting the work aside for right now, the assessments on all of that, this means pencils down, and like, this is kind of like, heads up, 7 up, you know, heads down as far as learning stuff, and pencils down. Like, this is okay. Make peace with yourself first. Gosh, it makes me like cry a little bit on the inside because it's just, motherfucker, all this stuff. Let me see if my glasses are working with me today. I do want to start getting up earlier instead of staying up super duper late. Once you reach a certain hour of afters, not just after hours, afters, like past the graveyard shift, like it really fucks you up. Like, I'm on jet lag time right now, a jet lag schedule. Okay, I think that works a little bit better. Ugh. I didn't really eat what I wanted to eat for breakfast just because it was like a little bit of a hustle today. But that's okay. We're not complaining. We're up. Let me just get squared off like a little librarian. It was cold out this morning, and I'm glad the sun is out. Do you see that? This is more sun than I had earlier this week, which is fantastic for a Friday, for real, for real. So I'm excited about that. What does this day have to offer? All right. So, okay, let's talk about the energy cards here. Okay. But should I put on some lipstick? I feel like I should. Let's do it right. Let's do it right. I slept some. What about you? I mean, well, truly, I slept for however long I was supposed to sleep. I woke up at the time that I exactly should, as I planned to. I met my obligations, the first half of my obligations this morning, and I still have more, but this is, I think, one of them to kind of get it together. Hello. Okay, so left side on the recipient side, showing up for the new day, whatever's on the cosmic inbox. I'm up to it. Look at that. This looks like she's ready to do some like river dance. So maybe I need to like add some pep to my step. Fuck. Okay. Anyway, on the right side, I think it's too early to say the F word this many times. So I'm gonna just kind of like wind down for a little bit, like just. So anyway, let's make believe, okay? Remember, this is supposed to be inspirational. All right, get the day going. And what wonderful cards, what like auspicious but also sus, auspicious and sus cards to receive. The King of Swords in reversal and the Queen of Cups in reversal on the right side. So the way I am told to read the cards moving forward is first off, acknowledge the dominant energy, which is you know, as for me, it should remain positive. The tone should remain positive. This is not toxic positivity, but rather making an effort, making a clear effort. And so normally we would, when we get these cards in reversal, we would be like, because I already know what energy I'm in, and even when I'm not feeling like fantastic, I am not going to come in frankly as like just a straight up liar, deceiver, con man, etc. Will like, this is not just throw you under the bus. They'll throw you on the train tracks, that kind of energy. And then the queen of, or like throw you in a subway, you know, thing, tracks. And then Queen of Cups in reverse. This is the energy of the whiny, pick me type of energy. And I don't feel any of that. So if I were to acknowledge this on the exterior, like, why do that? Why acknowledge those energies? Those energies don't acknowledge you as worthy. They're just in their own element, as should I. So here, let's make believe. Okay. So the prominent energy here really is taking a step back from the rigidity of the King of Swords suit, which is very, I will say, stubborn. They tend to be stubborn and harsh, a critic. Very truthful, though. Person of principle. They hold you to your word. A person of their word when in upright. So in reversal, it's like, let's just like scramble it up. Let's play some pig Latin for the day. Let's, you know, it's opposite day kind of energy. And this is what this playful dude is doing. And that's what we're doing. We're going to make believe. All right. Okay. On the right side, alongside with it, is the Queen of Cups. So she's just filling her own cup. She's just like, whatever works for me, whatever floats my boat, Seriously. These are matters of intuition. I'm just going to ride with the flow and just go with that. So this is good. This is good. This is kind of like ad-lib the day. All right. This glare on my glasses is really getting to me. Let me adjust. All right. It's weird, the needs that are different between the fluctuation of light. I'm acknowledging that right now. Okay, so give me a second. Let me get cleaned up for the day so I can get started appropriately. This one. Same thing. Tektite. Well, thank you for your subscriptions, your support through your subscriptions, and your commenting and your activity to boost the feed. Get the community bubbling. Okay. All right. So now those are the energy cards. Segue cards are Segue cards. Or this one. No, these are the Segue cards. Okay. All right. Do I add these to the bunch? Let's see. Nope. Okay. All right. Segue cards. Here we come. Let's make believe. What do I need to hear right now? This is kind of like to be easy on myself while I have to sharpen my focus on the next run. Give me a second for a second. I think I have to check something here. Focus. Do not disturb. Do. All right, I'm back. All right. Okay, stop, look, listen in reversal. And what fell on the floor is dark-haired woman in reverse. This is putting an ear to the ground, okay? So, this is also being aware of like what I was just doing. I do know that sometimes when I get calls or by certain phone numbers, it mutes out the system here. So I just remembered that after receiving a different notification, and I put on my do not disturb to make sure that we just are not disturbed. So here, this is being aware of certain the common patterns of that jumble us up. So moving along, it's as we make believe, there's still a groundedness which keeps us honest to balance. So that's the segue part. Is there anything else? Okay. Power in reverse, change, and then secrets in reverse. Okay, segue. Let's make believe. Okay, so this is an area of surrender, that there are greater forces beyond us. But in the meantime, because of that, that allows us, it gives us like the get out of jail free card, the free pass in the halls to make do and have a little fun. And this is secrets in reversal. So this is an area of honesty, like honest with what's happening in real format, in totality, basically, and also what we can make of it, like shape-shifting, almost shape-shifting our arena. making it better. I like it. So those are the segues. Okay, so now the header cards. Okay, header comes from Star Spinner Tarot. Are you going to put these away? No. Okay. So it's -2 cards that I'm using right now. Okay. Okay. The header cards. Okay. Boop. 3, 2, 1, cheese. So that's quite a packet. Okay. Anyway, Page of Wands in reverse. This is the starter, like the spark. Okay. Never lose your spark. Never lose your shine. All right. Temperance in reversal and Justice again in reversal on the right side. We've seen this before. Right before it got cut off on another call, or it wasn't actually on another call, it just kicked me out on one of my recent sessions. It was towards the end. I forgot what was on the other side though. That's okay. But it definitely came out in this sequence, so maybe it was also the Page of Wands in reverse. I don't know. It was something different. Anyway, these are the header cards. Okay. As far as the spark, something's coming in that's going to be like an added spark. Like it's going to add, it's going to be the starter to, you know, to something that could really catch. Okay, so this is good. We're talking about we've been talking about new beginnings and all of that. So then, okay. Justice and Temperance in reverse. Okay, these are great representatives of the, let's say, King of Swords in reversal. Okay, so this is like playing dress up like Halloween, you know. The King of Swords has decided that he is going to play Justice. And then the Queen of Cups has decided she's going to play Temperance. Do you know how amazing this is? Because these are angelic forms. These two are dreaming, or in make-believe form of well, definitely bettering, not just bettering their situation, but bettering themselves. And in the major arcana, so these are big moves, is like, it is definitely like playtime, like dress up time. Not quite like Halloween, except for the fact of like going full out. This is more than just getting into character. This is an aspiration. So how interesting is that? It's almost like cross-dressing too, because there's, you know, the King of Swords decided they were going to be Justice, and Justice is dominantly, like, as far as all the Justice cards I've seen, they're always female. And then, I mean, like, angels are non-gendered, okay? Like, genders are something that we resonate with because that's how we are made. But as far as angels are concerned, they're a different make, okay? Like, you don't say like, oh, what is this light bulb? Is it female or male? You know, that kind of thing. So anyway, they display both qualities, if not something greater than. And so usually Temperance is more of a masculinized visual. So for the Queen of Cups to step into this, it's kind of like reversing roles as well. Interesting. Okay, so there's definitely a big shift in this. This is like integration in means of expansion. Not just integration as a form of like function. Yeah, okay. Wonderful. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Okay, so this one now. So let's get some traction and some perspective. What do, like, okay, just I'm going to leave it open-ended for my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight. What do you have to tell me for this version? Gifts unlocked. So part of the thing here, since this is a series of gifts unlocked by To the Inner Wild, this is the like free time of a visionary, the downtime of a visionary, and in group format, and using like the buddy system. First, you do that with different aspects of yourself within, like singularly form, so that it becomes so much easier and you become more flexible, and it is really like playtime when you engage with another. Um, mhm. And that way you're set up to lead in case let's say your partner, your buddy is not as well versed because they were not exposed to um, a similar opportunity to, you know, live like that. And so it's good, it's always great to have friends like that, that can introduce you into expansive thought. Because when you allow for that, you're already like building a more fortified home and hearth, which means that when you teach somebody else like a wholesome version of playtime that they're not yet exposed to, they're learning how to expand. They're learning the element of patience, like you know, read between the lines of engagement, and that is such a beautiful thing. You know, that's how you raise children. So it's a good form to take on if you, even if you don't have children. So the Queen of Wands in reversal. This is back turn though. So this is seeking magic in a more deep rooted sense. Like, one thing I would say that if when you're learning tarot, to not get so comfortable in the shortcut meanings or the book meanings. You have to be able to flex in order to gain context within the situation. So the way I perceive this is not a hoe with her back turned, but rather she's sitting on her throne that's very well developed, very well integrated, very practical in its make. It's like when you see those bamboo trees or those money trees that are formed as they grow, very much the same with that. Okay, she knows exactly what she's doing. If it's in reversal, I'm taking it as like deep earth magic. More like earth star chakra energy. So this is being like fully immersed within magic, and it's not by the book. It's something that you feel. It's something that is tangible to the soul. And so when you're engaging in make believe and introducing that as a like collaborative effort with another person, it is absolutely magical. It is yeah. So, anything else here? Okay. No, it's supposed to be that way. No, it's supposed to be that way. True. Okay, so it is the Queen of Cups, extroverted. Back turned, extroverted. So we're getting somewhere here as far as full immersion. Like tapped into deep earth wells as well. Interesting. We're getting somewhere here. Okay, anything else that I need to hear? So this is great for me to like release a certain part of my brain and my being. I'm feeling so tense of with having to respond to some very important items. And it's strange because these concerns of mine, my position is highly advantageous, meaning that this is, I am the client. I am the client in this housing, like in this position. I am the client, and it's relative to my assets. So I already have two things going for me as a standard. And then looking at the data, I have the processes that are describing where it, where it got funked up. That was not my problem. That was not my issue. That was not my doing. So I already have three big things going for me, and all of my protectors, all the people that look out for me, all of the energies that are not even people, that are otherworldly, that look out for me. And so why am I so stressed out? Why like, why am I allowing people who think that they know, who think that they're better than me, who think that they can cheat me and play dumb with me, stress me out? So I have to kind of like give that area breathing room for a second, because it's not making sense when I look at those factors. Like, I have almost a full grab at at this thing. So and I'm just looking at those primary things on the front end. And if things were to go sour, if somebody's about to do me dirty, there are other sources that come into play that I can tap into that would accentuate the extremes of consequence for the other parties. I have that much leverage. And I don't like to play those cards, but sometimes you have to do that. You have to. And so in a way of preserving my peace and my sanity and just protecting it, I have to remember those things. It's not just like Gandhi this, Mother Teresa that. Let me tell you this part of it, okay? When I used to work like at the headquarters of a certain oh, you're listening from your scooter? How sweet. Enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather, enjoy the breeze, enjoy the slight sweat. That's wonderful. And good luck on your new journey out there. With your new job. Good job. Yeah. And so, okay, when I used to work, people would not call it corporate because it's like, but it, so I'll just say headquarters, of a certain location, certain business. I was told, in order to be taken more seriously, that I think like the hints from several places was to cut my hair, shorter, maybe like a bob cut or whatever. And that was partly from I think a boss that was receiving pressures on, on my impression, I guess. And but more so other females who were a lot of pick-me's, a congregation of pick-me's that were felt very like second to me, because it's like in a male dominated arena, there's the concept of course, like sexism. And so the more attractive you are, the more you kind of like get your way. And so or things are a bit easier for you, or they don't give you like too much strife. That's the common understanding. You got people that are nicer to you. You still got to do your job, but you have people that are that round themselves off a little bit, just because you're easy on the eyes. And so the person with like the longest hair was considered the most beautiful or whatever. And so I had the longest hair, or like there was competition between this and that, but my hair grew like the longest. And it wasn't for that atmosphere. I just liked it. And I know how my hair is. Once it gets chopped, it gets froey, like, so it doesn't have this stuff to weigh it down to tame it. It's different, okay? And so the girls would try to encourage me to look more, I guess, to be taken more seriously, to chop my hair off, but that was more like in secret, to dumb me down so that I would be lesser than, it's weird. So while they told me to chop my hair off, they told other girls, this is like at a baby shower setting, in office, to like, oh, you look so pretty with your hair grown out. You should really grow your hair out. It was just this weird political mutation of a pissing contest. And so that was that. So anyway, as far as the impression of having to suit a certain aesthetic in order to be taken seriously, I've tried that. Played it safe, wore my hair in a bun, wore very simple jewelry, very plain like colors, and it's like, I don't know, it did not help at all. So anyway, it didn't help for my growth and my being, number one. It's like, for a company to do that, to enforce that upon you, especially at my age, or even 5 to 10 years younger of my age, people, I feel as though when a company or a certain business entity asks you to dumb yourself down, or like, how do I say it? Yeah, if they require you to dumb yourself down, that they should be paying for that. If they require you to present in a certain way that's outside of your norm, that's clearly outside of your norm, they should be paying that price. And it's almost like paying for I don't know, dude. Like, people want the best of both worlds. It's so even at that, my current state is well, I'm due for something better, for sure. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that, simply at that. Okay, so let's make believe, okay? Let's get some perspective on all of that. Graceful goodbye to that part of my life. I've already deactivated, or yeah, I think deactivated my LinkedIn account. It's been like that for a bit now. It does nothing for me. It does nothing for me. 8 of this way or this way? This way. Okay. 8 of Cups. Leaving it behind. Leaving it far behind. Like, this is not just a graceful goodbye, but like not standing over its grave either. It's moving on. As 7 of Swords and then 6 of Cups in reversal. So leaving that behind. Okay. Making a steal for it. To home base. Actually, no, to a different home base. A different HQ. Because they have stolen a certain realm of identity, like a soul snatcher. Look at this. The way it landed, you see, there's like a bump on a log. All of these are bumps on a log, and it's kind of like that looks like oh, it's a head. I thought it was like spine. It's like a stegosaurus. The spine of a stegosaurus, like the rigid, you know, that part of it. Anyway, that is a skull. But something that was like stealing a certain part of one's soul, like 6 of Cups is like soul ties, partnership, kinships, like stealing an essence of oneself. And okay, definitely. So that's goodbye to that world. You know, once you see things, you cannot unsee them. Okay, so that seems to be cliche, but when you exit out of a certain way of life, I've especially seen it in my career arena, and so I think employers kind of see that even if I try to fake the funk, fake the fit, they know that I'm faking it. And it's still a gamble because they want someone that's like dumb and green and willing to give as much as possible. That doesn't see too much, but people that see know people who see. So that's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? So I think that says that speaks a lot as far as I'm done for, you know, there. So here it is the Temperance card accentuated in full blast. So this is enforcing it's time to make believe. It's time to trust in something else here. Okay, so Temperance came in reversal, make believe. Okay, so this is an enforced, fully immersed now. There's no going back because I've been found out. The people that see, there's nothing to do. Yeah, there's nothing that you can do. At that point, you've been found out. Your energy ratted itself out, basically. And just as it's a gift to be able to see someone else's energy without them speaking, without like whether they say this or that or whatever, you can see their energy, and no one can dissuade you from that. In the same positioning, there are people that within a certain career setting that have the same gifts, but they like to play it safe, and so they I would say if anybody's dumbing down their gifts, it's them, in order to feed the machine. It's not making anything better. But it's fine. Everybody's doing, you know, according to where they're at. And so I have to move beyond that. Full immersion time. There's no going back. I didn't know it was going to be like this, but it's fine. It's good. It's better for me. Judgment and jealousy. Judgment and jealousy. So the funny thing about this is that the people that have the same gifts, when they trace back to me, there is an essence of jealousy. Like I made a firm choice. It's like I gave myself the ultimatum, and I'm living to that accordingly. And so some wish that they could do that. When you're gifted like that, sometimes especially staying in that realm, that not only are you dumbing yourself down, but like your gifts are just experiencing this sense of atrophy, and because like there's no substantial purpose behind it, you're using it according to somebody else's wishes. You know what I mean? Like so they wish they could make that decision as well. They wish they could take off their mask, and see where their gifts take them. These are, when people come to that awareness, you can definitely identify them as someone who is highly intelligent. So that's like the turning point for them. Like, if people are just continuing on and are ignorant to their capabilities, it's goodbye. Goodbye for them. Anyway, this is supposed to be about make-believe time, so it's time to make believe. Okay, moving forward with this. Okay. Oh, that is a lot. That's okay. I think these are thick cards, so all of them. Yeah, okay. We'll read them. For real? All. Yeah, okay. All right, Seven of Wands. This is huge leverage. This is the Peter Pan, like, I can fly, but I'm grounded. I can connect between two worlds, and there's Temperance right here, okay? Amongst, like, right in the middle. Fantastic. With Tinkerbell right there. All right, next up is Fortitude, Strength in reversal, and Judgment in reversal. I feel like that's a flow of the river down beneath. It's full immersion, but it's also being able to, like, double dutch it. So it's like, in fully immersed in the water, like Judgment and Fortitude, making the decision and then jumping out. It's like there's double dutch, like etheric double dutch happening here. Okay. Interesting. And for me, like, I still have not understood the concept of how to do double dutch myself, like to jump in. Like, I don't know how to, I don't think I've successfully played double dutch. Anyway, the Lover's card, this is self-actualization, broadening perspectives, peer-to-peer. So it's acknowledging one's own worth and the worth of another that chooses to stay wherever they're at. It's acknowledging one's own gifts and someone else's gifts, and just being in two different life paths, or two different phases of life. And so there's like a acknowledgement of resolve. Yeah, did you hear that, Rev? So, and this is being seen. Yeah, definitely all is seen on that. Knight of Wands. So there's just confidence in moving forward. The Hierophant in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. So with that, even with the acknowledgement of, like, the element of, or the head count of 2, this is like a 1-to-1 ratio. This is the fact of you win some, you lose some. Okay, you gain some, you lose some in that energy. And that's not like a cold hard fact that is stagnant or static in its truth, because, like I said, we're in different phases, different life paths. So anyway, this is kind of like breaking the rules a bit, having some flexibility, This is a fluctuation, okay? So we gain some, or you win some, and then you lose some. 6 of Wands in reversal. Or this is 4 of Wands in reversal. Okay, so that's even better. To have the 4 of Wands in reversal. This is not okay. So this is self-realization, and this is you know, you're just not seeing that there's more to you than just staying here. Okay. And this is also home and hearth, and this is feeling like the coldness. So anyway, you gain some, you win some, you lose some kind of energy. Okay. Okay, so let's make believe. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay. So I wouldn't say it's ultimately sad here. This is just looking at the process of life without having to judge anyone, really. And I noticed that from my last reading, that not to be too critical. How do I say it? Yeah, not to be too critical of where somebody else is at, because I have to remind myself. And it's not a matter of humbling, but just giving giving other people the grace of like patience as well. Like I just got here, and I have to keep reminding myself, or I am constantly reminded, that